a nation not only recognized as the hub, but also the core of Africa. Literally. Here you can witness the most vibrant life in Africa, a land filled with festivals and breathtaking nature, vibrant lakes, and an enormous church carved entirely from solid rock. This country has a strong affection for Volkswagen Beetles, which, despite being around for 60 years, continue to be cherished for a particular reason. It is home to the most stunning women in Africa, and seeing those considered the most beautiful here will definitely surprise you. The tribes here have distinct beauty ideals, such as avoiding baths, possessing numerous sharp teeth, and crafting jewelry and cosmetics from discarded materials. There are many intriguing things to uncover in today's travel documentary. So let's dive into Ethiopia now. Ethiopia, formerly recognized as the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, is a landlocked nation situated in the northeastern region of Africa, within the Horn of Africa. It is bordered by Eritrea to the north, Djibouti to the northeast, Somalia to the east, Kenya to the south, South Sudan to the west, and Sudan to the northwest. Due to its pivotal location, Ethiopia is regarded as the heart of East Africa. Ethiopia spans approximately 1,104,300 square kilometers, nearly twice the size of Texas or 5 times that of the United Kingdom. Despite being landlocked, it is the most populous landlocked nation globally, with a population reaching 126 million, making it the second most populous country in Africa, following Nigeria. In past travel documentaries, we explored islands like Samoa, Tonga, and Fiji, where you can travel to the future. In contrast, Ethiopia provides a different experience. Many travelers feel as though they are stepping back in time upon arrival. This sensation is not merely a perception, it holds some truth, as Ethiopia follows a distinct calendar system. Ethiopians, with their unique worldview, follow a calendar that is quite different from others. There are 13 months in a year. Not 12 like in most countries, but 13, with the 13th month, Pagum, lasting only 5 to 6 days. As a result, the Ethiopian calendar is 7 to 8 years behind the rest of the world. While the world is currently in December 2024, in Ethiopia, it is still April 2017. So, will you feel 7 or 8 years younger when you arrive in Ethiopia? Share your thoughts in the comments. Addis Ababa is the capital city of Ethiopia. While it is true that Addis is a vast, dusty, and densely populated city, it also serves as the headquarters for the African Union, the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, UNESCO, and UNDP. With its varied landscape including plains, lakes, and deserts, Ethiopia contains 70% of Africa's mountain areas. Addis Ababa stands as the highest capital city on the continent and the 5th highest in the world, following La Paz, Quito, Thimphu, and Bogota. With an average elevation of around 4,200 meters, 7,874 feet, it is comparable to the Blue Ridge Mountains. Some visitors may experience mild symptoms of altitude sickness or fatigue due to the lower oxygen levels. However, it's not as severe as it might seem. To adjust more easily, avoid strenuous activities, stay hydrated, eat light meals, refrain from alcohol, and make sure to rest well to help your body acclimate. Within 1 to 2 days, you'll adapt to the altitude. The benefit of being in Addis Ababa is the cooler climate, with an average annual temperature of about 16 degrees Celsius, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. While many other regions, particularly low-lying areas like the Danakil Depression, experience much hotter conditions, with temperatures soaring to around 41 degrees Celsius, 106 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. That's an incredibly striking temperature difference. Upon arriving in Ethiopia, you will frequently hear locals or tour guides say, "Water and food are precious. Please use them wisely." This is because fresh water is scarce in the country. Even in hotels in the capital, Addis Ababa, water shortages happen from time to time, and in more remote villages, the situation is even more difficult. When you arrive in Ethiopia, locals or tour guides often mention, "Food and water are valuable. Kindly use them carefully." The reason is that clean water is limited in this nation. Even hotels in Addis Ababa, the capital city, experience occasional water shortages, and the conditions in distant villages are even more challenging. Contrary to common stereotypes about Africa, such as ignorance, widespread waste, or unclean surroundings, Ethiopia offers a contrasting perspective. Walking along the streets of Addis Ababa, you'll notice even the smallest cafes or restaurants are neat and well-maintained. Lush green trees are abundant, and although the sky may appear somewhat overcast, unexpected rain is uncommon. Furthermore, while homelessness is a significant issue in Paris, it is uncommon in Ethiopia, where you'll instead encounter self-assured, elegant women strolling through the streets. In the realm of fashion and beauty, media reports reveal that over 30 black supermodels originate from different regions globally. Notably, a significant number of these striking individuals come from Ethiopia. Additionally, bloggers and social media influencers frequently describe Ethiopian women as the most beautiful across Africa. But does this assertion hold true? Because of variations in climate, culture, and traditions, the concept of beauty differs widely around the globe. In Europe and the United States, many people favor women with clear skin, slender bodies, and fashionable clothing, essentially resembling supermodels, right? Yet in Ethiopia, women with these traits are often seen as plain and not especially appealing. No man would choose to marry women deemed so unremarkable. Think that's everything? Far from it. Ethiopia is renowned for its remarkably distinct tribes, each showcasing a beauty that leaves visitors in awe. Girls from the Dasanek tribe repurpose waste and discarded materials into one-of-a-kind jewelry. Their dazzling necklaces, crafted from bottle caps, metal wires, and even old machine parts, not only amplify their charm, but also highlight their exceptional ingenuity. Forget blackened teeth. What about sharpened canines? Members of the Afar tribe take pride in transforming all their teeth into pointed canines. Add to that their intricately braided hairstyles, distinctive to their tribe, paired with oversized earrings. And naturally, their attire exudes a bold, untamed style. You can't overlook the Harar tribe, renowned for their hair coated in red clay, forming striking red braids. They frequently decorate their hair with feathers, transforming it into a living masterpiece. Harar women complete their look with large shell necklaces. Interestingly, they never bathe, but rely on a special plant to mask body odor. Today, the land of Africa's stunning beauties has become one of Ethiopia's defining symbols. Which tribe's unique beauty captivates you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. But this tribe isn't just known for their beauty, they also have a uniquely challenging coming-of-age ritual. If you recall the cattle-stealing tradition from the Madagascar travel documentary, the Harar tribe has an even more demanding test. Men who aspire to marry must demonstrate their strength by leaping over 15 bulls, not once but 4 times. That's right. 15 bulls repeated 4 times to win the right to marry a Harar woman. These bulls, usually standing 4 to 5 feet tall and weighing over 400 pounds, are lined up side by side to form an intimidating obstacle. Only those who succeed in this ritual are deemed strong and resilient enough to support a family. Failure, however, not only means losing the chance at marriage, but also enduring the stigma of weakness, a significant blow in Harar society. What are your thoughts on this intense coming-of-age ritual? Believe it or not, there are even more fascinating traditions out there. If you're curious and want to learn more, drop a 6 in the comments, and we'll reveal additional unique rituals. On the bustling streets of Addis Ababa, vibrant vehicles crowd the roads, yet a parade of vintage Volkswagen Beetles effortlessly catches the eye as they navigate through the city's traffic. Yes, the very same classic Beetle that Volkswagen ceased production of in 2019 remains alive and thriving here in Ethiopia's capital. These timeless bugs have graced the streets for over 60 years, their exteriors still gleaming, cementing their status as an iconic and irreplaceable part of Addis Ababa's landscape. While a 25-year-old Toyota can cost up to 1.3 million birr, roughly $23,000, a well-maintained Beetle can be yours for a fraction of that, around 250,000 birr, $4,400. This affordable price, coupled with their durability, has allowed Beetles to remain a common sight on Ethiopia's roads for decades. in a country where approximately 30% of the population survives on just $1.90 a day, yes, 1/3 of the people earn less than $2, the tax on purchasing a car is a staggering 200%. That's right, for instance, a Tesla Model S Plaid, typically priced at about $135,000 internationally, costs a whopping $472,500 in Ethiopia after taxes and additional charges. In contrast, the same car in Canada, after all expenses, totals only $162,585, significantly cheaper. As a result, new cars have become a luxury for most, and even vehicles that have been around for over 60 years are still viewed as prized possessions. It's not just the car tax that's surprising. Other types of taxes here will certainly catch your attention as well. If you're curious about property taxes or taxes on goods in Ethiopia, drop a 5 in the comments, and we'll provide more details. When most people think of Ethiopia, they often picture a nation struggling with poverty and underdevelopment, reflected in its HDI ranking of 174 out of 187. However, the city of Harar offers a different narrative. It is a city steeped in the ancient history of the African continent. From a distance, Harar may appear unassuming, but once you enter its narrow alleys, you are greeted by vibrant pastel-colored walls that have been painted by locals over generations. This historic city, designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2006, features winding alleys resembling a labyrinth where women carry baskets on their heads, living a lifestyle that echoes centuries of tradition. Harar is a place where you can truly get lost, both in body and spirit. The air is filled with the fragrant scents of lavender, freshly baked bread, and ripe bananas, capturing the essence of a land where 75% of the population relies on agriculture. For those who have been, Harar stands as an eternal symbol of Ethiopian culture and nature. Beyond its traditional villages, Ethiopia is home to numerous unique and captivating sites that are worth visiting. One such place is Dalol, situated in the Danakil Depression, one of the harshest regions on Earth. It holds the world record for the highest average temperature at an inhabited location, with daily maximum temperatures soaring to 41 degrees Celsius, 106 degrees Fahrenheit. Despite its extreme conditions, this environment gives rise to a surreal landscape. Vibrant hot springs, bright yellow sulfur mines, and acid lakes that evaporate, creating a scene that feels like something from another world. Ethiopia is equally proud of its rock-hewn churches in Lalibela, one of the world's most enigmatic religious architectural marvels. Carved entirely from solid rock over 800 years ago, churches like Beit Georgis, St. George's Church, are not only pilgrimage destinations for locals but also draw visitors from all over the world. With underground passages, winding corridors, and centuries-old religious rituals, this site provides a deeply sacred yet mystical experience. One such remarkable site is Lake Tana, the largest freshwater lake in Ethiopia and the source of the Blue Nile River. Known not only for its breathtaking beauty but also for hosting over 30 ancient monasteries on its islands, Lake Tana offers a unique experience. Visitors can take boat trips to explore the lake, discover monasteries with distinctive architecture, admire vibrant religious artwork, and immerse themselves in the centuries-old history that connects this sacred body of water to Ethiopian culture. Make sure to visit Simien Mountains National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a true haven for nature lovers and hiking enthusiasts. With elevations soaring up to 4,550 meters, the Simien Mountains provide stunning views of dramatic cliffs and deep valleys, while also being home to rare species like the Gelada monkey, Ethiopian wolf, and Walia ibex. Trekking through this park offers an opportunity to witness the majestic, untouched beauty of this remarkable landscape. Ethiopia captivates not only with its stunning natural beauty and rich history, but also as the land of festivals. Each festival is a vibrant display of culture, tradition, and human expression, offering visitors the chance to not just observe, but fully immerse themselves in unforgettable experiences. One of the most significant festivals is Timket, or the Epiphany, held every January. This is Ethiopia's largest religious celebration, marking the baptism of Jesus in the Jordan River. The festival begins with a solemn procession, where priests dressed in stunning traditional garments carry replicas of the sacred Ark of the Covenant through streets filled with both locals and visitors. Girls in pure white clothing sing spiritual hymns, while boys engage in energetic traditional dances. The festival's highlight is the reenactment of the baptism at a river or lake, where you can either join in or simply stand by to absorb the sacred and emotional atmosphere. Equally thrilling is Mescal, a festival celebrated at the end of September to commemorate the discovery of the true cross. Locals gather in large squares to take part in a bonfire ritual, symbolizing the light that leads to the cross. The sight of towering flames lighting up the night sky is truly unforgettable. Women dressed in colorful traditional attire, adorned with flower baskets or vibrant jewelry, participate in singing and dancing, creating a festive atmosphere. Visitors are invited to join the dances, savor local delicacies, and experience the deep sense of community that resonates through every smile and handshake. After exploring this remarkable country, your stomach is surely craving something tasty. Let's dive into Ethiopia's rich culinary world. A true paradise for vegetarians, Ethiopian restaurants always offer mouth-watering spicy vegetarian stews, with shiro wat being a standout. This stew, made from lentils, green peas, and aromatic spices, is served with injera, a soft, spongy flatbread made from teff flour. Also worth trying are misir wat, a flavorful red lentil stew, and gomen, sautéed kale seasoned with traditional spices. For those seeking heartier options, doro wat, a slow-cooked chicken curry made with butter, onions, and a blend of spicy seasonings, will certainly satisfy your hunger. To complete your meal, consider trying kitfo, a dish made from raw minced beef mixed with Berber spices and traditional butter, offering a unique experience for the adventurous eater. In addition to its food, Ethiopia is renowned for its coffee, a legendary beverage first discovered in the Kaffa region. Today, Ethiopian coffee is not only a top export, but also the centerpiece of traditional brewing rituals, offering a one-of-a-kind experience for visitors. Be sure to try TG, a sweet and potent honey wine often enjoyed during festive occasions. With its distinctive flavors, ancient culture, and warm hospitality, Ethiopian cuisine is bound to leave a lasting impression on all who visit. In Ethiopia, a country celebrated for its rich history, breathtaking landscapes, and vibrant culture, visitors are often welcomed by the warmth and hospitality of the local people. However, like any destination, ensuring peace and security is a crucial part of the community culture. In busier areas such as the capital Addis Ababa or larger cities like Dir Dawa, travelers should remain vigilant against petty theft or pickpocketing, particularly in markets, bus stations, or densely populated areas. Ethiopia is generally safe for travelers in terms of health, although healthcare facilities are not as advanced as those in developed nations. In the capital, Addis Ababa, major hospitals like Black Lion Hospital and St. Gabriel General Hospital offer dependable medical services. It's recommended that travelers carry international travel insurance to cover healthcare costs. Medical expenses in Ethiopia are quite affordable, with a basic consultation typically costing between $20 and $40, which is significantly lower than in Western countries. Not only are medical costs low, but the cost of living in Ethiopia is also quite appealing. For housing, rental prices in Addis Ababa typically range from $150 to $500 per month for a one-bedroom apartment in the city center, depending on the level of modernity and location. If you opt for accommodations farther from the city center, rental prices drop to around $100 to $300 per month. A hotel stay can start at $20 to $40 per night. For more upscale apartments or Western-style housing, prices can exceed $1,000 per month. Utilities such as electricity, water, and internet usually cost an additional $50 to $100 per month depending on usage. Food costs in Ethiopia are relatively inexpensive, especially if you opt for local dishes. A meal at a casual eatery typically costs between $2 and $4, while dining at more upscale restaurants will range from $10 to $20 per person. If you prefer cooking at home, your weekly grocery expenses for basic items such as rice, vegetables, meat, and spices usually range from $20 to $50. However, imported products like cheese, wine, or Western candies tend to be considerably more expensive. In Ethiopia, transportation costs are very affordable. Local taxis or public transport, such as minibuses, typically cost between 50 cents and $1.50 per trip, depending on the distance. Using ride-hailing apps like Ride or personal vehicles will be more expensive, with prices ranging from $3 to $10 for a city trip. Gas prices in Ethiopia range from $1.10 to $1.50 per liter, which adds to the cost if you own a personal vehicle. Education and healthcare costs in Ethiopia are also quite affordable. International schools in Addis Ababa charge tuition fees ranging from $5,000 to $15,000 per year, depending on the level of education, while public schools are either free or very low cost. For healthcare, a basic consultation at a private hospital typically costs between $20 and $40, while public health services are often free or low cost, though they may not always meet the highest standards. Entertainment costs in Ethiopia are also quite reasonable. A movie ticket in Addis Ababa typically costs around $5, while a cup of coffee at a local cafe is priced between 50 cents and $1. For domestic tours, a day trip to popular destinations such as Lake Tana or Lalibela can range from $50 to $150, depending on the level of service and transportation included. Overall, a single person living in Ethiopia can expect to spend between $500 and $1,000 per month, depending on their lifestyle. For a 7-day trip, expenses would range from $300 to $700, offering an incredibly affordable experience. In comparison, living in New York could cost around $3,500 per month, and just a day of tourism in London can easily amount to $250. Additionally, with rent in Paris starting at $2,000, you could live in Ethiopia for 2 to 3 months for the same price. That sounds like an interesting proposition. If I were to evaluate, I would be inclined to consider Ethiopia based on the affordability and rich cultural experience. If you're looking for guidance on living in Ethiopia affordably while enjoying top services, feel free to share more details. It sounds like an exciting opportunity to explore Ethiopia. If you're interested in learning more about the visa and other requirements, feel free to comment 7 for more details. Thank you for sharing this journey through the documentary. It's been a pleasure to explore Ethiopia with you.